All right, guys. I hope you're happy as I am that the fly fishing drought is over. Welcome to the Texas Fly Fishing Report, Texas Flycaster's website at www.texasflycaster.com. Got a little breeze kicking on here at the fly bar. But what I did is I recorded some video from Lake Tawakoni, Texas. For those guys who can't say that right, specifically Texas Insider Fishing Report, Tawakoni. Tawakoni is really hot right now. There's a lot of fish to be caught. You can see a lot of activity. What I like about that lake, I don't like how far it is to get to because it's very close to Dallas, but very far from Denton in a strange way. But what I like about it is that it is very forgiving. In other words, you can find, you got to have a boat, but you can find or kayak, but you can find coves and places to dive into and get out of the wind. And of course, we're dealing with wind right now. We're in May, and it's almost in May, and it's getting windy. So, for example, yesterday I was on Texoma and it was just a blow off. It was so windy and so rough that stirred up the water really bad. And of course, we got the folks that run the dam, USACE and whoever else is involved, drawing that lake down, getting ready for the May rains, which May is the rainiest month for North Texas. So that lake was really chocolated out for the most part. About 80% of it was just terrible. We did see fish on Texoma yesterday on the electronics, but it just didn't happen. So there won't be any report from there, obviously. So when you go to Tawakoni, the public TPWD park is now open. There are public boat ramps and other strategic areas that I'm going to try out next time. I'll probably go back again within a couple of weeks because it was so good. And the carp spawn should be over and they should be eating. I was really shocked. This one carp that I caught, and maybe I'll cut the video here, I don't know. This one carp I caught weighed 10 pounds, biggest carp I've caught on fly. And it bit a fly that I just had it tied on. I was actually going after sand bass and hybrids and whatever I could find, bass. And this lake has it all. And I started thinking about, well, if a carp was spawning and it wanted to keep predators away, would it eat a bait pattern and looked kind of like a small bass fry? And it did. So I caught that fish, and then I quickly, right after that, caught an actual hybrid right up by some boat ramps and docks, fishing docks. And that's a great thing about the diversity of this. As I say, it's a very forgiving lake. The great thing about it is that, as you can see from this hybrid that I caught, we'll cut to that. As you can see, there's a lot of species there at that lake. So in that one day, not even a whole day, I caught 3 different species: sand bass, hybrid, carp, and I didn't concentrate on anything else. I imagine there's other things to catch there. Just didn't get around to it because I did have to duck in from the wind. And as you'll see from this little cutaway too, the video of this seawall like thing, a lot of this lake has houses on it, so there's a lot of places where people put nice houses and seawalls to protect their shoreline from being eroded. Well, what you want to do, as you see this water kind of swashing, the wind's gonna blow it into that shore, and then the wave will reverse its energy and come back out. So there's a cross pattern of waves right there, and there's fish there all the time. There's always going to be fish there because there's bait that gets up in there and it's confused by all that swashing around. I'm sure that's what it is, and it's easy eating. So I got into some real tight little schools of sand bass there, and I found them on a conventional rod, throwing a spinning rod, and then switched over to fly rod, and there was such a tight school I couldn't find them again. But that's definitely the thing you want to do if you're on a boat, is pull up on those areas and don't just rely on your electronics. Go ahead and cast. Even if you don't see fish action on top, cast, because I even had some hybrid strikes there too. So this lake has a good hybrid population. sand bass, like all lakes in North Texas, and then the carp. It's interesting what they're doing. There's no flats. There's nothing like Ray Roberts as far as habitat, but they do come up on the shelf and up under trees, and they spawn right. They're spawning right now. This is like the last week in April, and they should be done in about a week. And that lake, according to a local guy I talked to, he said it should be really going full speed ahead in about another 4 or 5 days from now, 3 or 4 days probably, since I shot that. So enjoy the video, enjoy this report, take advantage of it. I've got a bunch more reports to bang out here on different things, including books. I'm actually going to do a video on a book review. Interesting thought. And we'll see you guys out there on the water. Thanks for watching. Be sure you check www.texasflycaster.com for the written word.